Now there's this video today that popped up in my recommendations, and it was about an all-female Justice League. What is this about? Hey, welcome back to the Ping Pong Flix. My name is Chris Wong. Today I'm going to talk about this video that popped up in my recommendations, and it was uploaded today. This is coming from Comic Book Cast 2. It says, Justice League 2 scraped, I think he means scrapped, in favor of all-female Justice League reportedly. Okay, so I did my best to look into this as much as I could, of course, because anything breaking like this would definitely get my attention. And so I Googled it, female-led Justice League, anything current. I really couldn't find anything. And in the video, they talked about Sarnoff, so I looked for Sarnoff female-led Justice League. I still couldn't find anything. So I'm not exactly sure where this person is getting their information. He could probably have insider sources, I don't know, but I wanted to try to see if I can crack down this report. And then I found it. I actually found it, I think, in several articles back in May. And they all shared this one paragraph. According to We Got This Covered, an insider, Daniel Rickman, is now offering that the studio wants to create an all-female roster that would reportedly include Sasha Calle's Supergirl, Batgirl, and others, although there's conspicuously no mention of Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman in his report. I know, We Got This Covered, but then again, like I said, they cover everything from trade reports to speculation to their own sources, so their net is pretty vast and wide, which also means that a lot of things are probably not true, but there's some things that are true and everybody else covered it as well. But in this case, they're saying it's coming from Daniel Rick, who is kind of an insider inside Hollywood. Now, a lot of that is mostly about the talk of the town, essentially, and discussions within Hollywood. Not all of that will ever come true. Now, I think at that time in May, they were talking about Gal Gadot, that whole controversy about her and her country, and I think that kind of had died down now that it's been revealed that she is indeed doing Wonder Woman 3. But aside from that, I wanted to look into it a little bit further, because there is something there, and I have been thinking about before. I even brought it up a few times. I'm going to have to go backwards in time to 2019, where Mark Hughes put out an article about the DCEU future. Read my latest DCEU update today at Forbes. And that was back in February 13 of 2019. Why the future of DCEU movies looks brighter than ever. And in that article, he talked about everything from Shazam to Aquaman to Birds of Prey, Wonder Woman 1984, all of that before lots of those movies came out. And interestingly enough, he also talked about there still being a Batgirl movie and a Supergirl movie. In a small paragraph, this is what he said. Superman has been shelved for now as a temporary measure to let Supergirl step into the limelight and carry the Kryptonian banner for a little while on the big screen, as the worlds of DC continue to evolve and solidify a path forward, etc., etc. Now, the reason why I brought up Mark Hughes at Forbes is that he has been saying that they are going to the direction of Supergirl movie and a Batgirl movie for a very long time before they even announced it. And lots of these informations were shelved in the back of my head so that I could bring it out to you today. And for a while, Mark Hughes has always been talking about how they're trying to get Batgirl and Supergirl in the forefront because they don't actually have a Superman or Batman. But this was all before Ben Affleck returned as Batman in The Flash. And this is all before the rumors that Henry Cavill is going to appear in either Black Adam, Shazam, Flash, etc. But still an interesting conversation to be had, because in Comic Book Cast 2's video, he talked about Sarnoff pushing an agenda. And the closest article I could find in where Sarnoff talked about diversity in DC and what her plans are was in that Variety article, Warner Media's Sarnoff on Zack Snyder's Justice League and DC's future. And aside from her disappointing remarks about Restore the Snyderverse and David Ayer's cut of Suicide Squad, when Variety asked her about diverse creators and characters, this is what she had to say. It's super important to me, and it's in line with what we want to do. We want to branch out and let creators interpret parts of the universe in unique and special ways. Ta Nehisi working on Superman is incredibly exciting. I can't wait to see what he comes up with. And director Andy Muschietti on The Flash or Patty Jenkins. Matt Reeves just finished filming The Batman against the odds of COVID. We're so excited to finish that movie and have people see it, because Matt's take on Batman is different than other takes. Even familiar characters have lots of possibilities. The reason why I brought this up is that when she mentions Superman or if she mentions Batman, it's not like how she mentions The Flash. The Flash is Ezra Miller's Flash from the DCEU. When she mentions Superman and how excited she's for Superman and Batman, it's all about Matt Reeves, the Batman, and the Ta Nehisi Superman. So in this case, I think Comic Book Cast kind of put two and two together here and figured out that, yeah, look, the story she wants to talk about Superman is definitely going to be Ta Nehisi, and the Batman is going to be Matt Reeves, the Batman. That makes room for Batman or Superman or a character that's similar to them that opens up in the DCEU. And in this case, it would be Leslie Grace as Batgirl taking on the mantle of the Bat, while Sasha Calle Supergirl taking on the mantle of Super. So I think in that realization is where we're getting the female-led Justice League. Because if Henry Cavill is not reprising his role as Superman, because they're letting Ta Nehisi get his own Superman, and Ben Affleck's Batman is not going to be the Batman for solo movies, that's why they're pushing Matt Reeves, the Batman. So Justice League kind of opens up to have a Bat and a Super in their team. So this is the reason why I think Comic Book Cast 2 feels like the next Justice League movie, since and Sarnoff says they're not going to restore the Snyderverse. There is no Justice League 2 and 3. Let's see what Discovery says. For now, if the plans are to continue to get a Justice League and they can't get Henry Cavill in full suit and they can't get Ben Affleck as Batman, then the next best thing to round out the team would have Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, Jason Momoa as Aquaman, Ezra Miller as Flash, Sasha Calle as Supergirl, and Leslie Grace as Batgirl. And then whoever they have in mind for Green Lantern. And I don't know what they're going to do with Cyborg. Now, personally, I believe Henry Cavill is going to come back as Superman, as other insiders have heard, and there are rumors already that he has been on set, or at least his character has been on set. And of course, Ben Affleck is returning in the bat suit for The Flash, and there's rumors that he's going to continue as Batman for future projects. So maybe at one point in time, as like in May of 2021, they were just going to focus on Batgirl and Supergirl being the Bat and Super of the Justice League team, but maybe things have changed since then. I still don't know what new report Comic Book Cast 2 is talking about. I haven't seen that, but I can see where he's coming from in putting two and two together and the thought process in how we led to the conclusion that it's going to be a female-led Justice League. So I wouldn't freak out about this just yet. I'd say hold on, let's see what happens. I think this Flash movie is really going to show, like I've said all along, is what the plan for DCEU is going to come out after the Flash movie. I know it's kind of crazy that they're putting all their ducks into the Flash movie right at this moment, but what do you think? Do you want a new Justice League that has Batgirl and Supergirl in place of Batman and Superman? I don't want to, but let me know down in the comments down below.